My dear students, in my previous video, I introduced logical connectives and I draw the truth tables for those logical connectives. We have seen some 5 logical connectives, and for those 5 logical connectives, we have seen 5 different truth tables. That is conjunction, that means and, disjunction or, negation not, if then, single conditional statement, if P then Q, single conditional statement. Then if and only if, biconditional statement, P, two-way imply Q. These are the 5 connectives and the 5 truth tables also we have seen in our previous video. So in this video also I am going to continue the logical connectives with some statements, examples. By giving examples, we will see the logical connectives and the conditional statements. That is, consider a statement P. Today is Monday. Today is Monday. Today is Monday. Q. Jupiter is a planet. Jupiter is a planet. These are the 2 statements and are defined in the variables P. Today is Monday, and the variable Q. Jupiter is a planet. See, if we consider 2 variables P and Q in the truth table, we have 2 power 2, 4 rows we have seen. If you consider 3 variables P, Q and R, if you have 3 statements like P, Q and R in the truth table, you have 2 power 3, that is 8 rows you have. If you consider a single variable P only, then the truth table contains only 2 power and 2 rows. 2 rows only. Suppose a truth table containing P, Q, R and S, some 4 variables or 4 variable different types of statements, then the truth table contains 2 power 4, that is equal to 16 rows. 16 rows. Like that, the truth table are constructed. Now, in this video, I am going to give some logical connections with these 2 statements with the examples of the variables P and Q. See, first negation P. Negation P, it is denoted by negation P. Negative of P. That means today is Monday. Negation P is today is not Monday. Today is not Monday. This is negation. Similarly, negation Q. Negation Q. That means Jupiter is not a planet. Jupiter is a planet is statement Q. Negation Q is Jupiter is not a planet. This is negation. Negation of negation is the original statement P. Negation. Double negation. Negation of negation. P. Negation of negation. That means negation of negation. Double negation is simply P. Negation P is today is not Monday. Negation of negation P is today is Monday. Today is not a Monday. Negation of today is not a Monday is today is Monday. That means double negation becomes the original statement P. Like that, the examples we have seen by using the statements. This is negation, P and negation Q, like that. And conjunction P and Q. P conjunction Q. P conjunction Q. That means conjunction means and. P conjunction Q, that is today is Monday. Today is Monday. And Jupiter is a planet. Jupiter is a planet. This is conjunction of two statements P and Q. Today is Monday and Jupiter is a planet. Conjunction. Jupiter is not Jupiter is a planet. Right. Disjunction. P disjunction Q. That means or. P disjunction Q means today is Monday or Jupiter is a planet. The connecting word is or. Today is Monday. Disjunction means or. Or Jupiter is a planet. Like that, conjunction and disjunctions are expressed. Conjunction means and. That's what today is Monday and Jupiter is a planet. Disjunction is or. Today is Monday or Jupiter is a planet. Like that, the statements are connected. Now, single condition statement. If P, then Q. You will see that. Negation also I explained now. Now I am going to explain single conditional statement. If P, then Q. Single conditional statement. P, if P, then Q. This is P, if P, then Q implies if today is Monday, if today is Monday, then Jupiter is a planet. Jupiter is a planet. This is if-then statement. If today is Monday, then Jupiter is a planet. Jupiter is a planet. If-then. If-then. This is a single condition statement. See, I have already told the two statements, the truth values may be different and the meaningful sentences are not necessary. These two should not convey a meaning. They are different two sentences, that's all. They need not imply any meaning also. See, if P, then Q. If today is Monday, then Jupiter is a planet. This is if-then statement. The first statement P is called hypothesis or antecedent. P is the hypothesis or antecedent or antecedent. 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 P is called hypothesis. This P is called hypothesis or antecedent. Q is called conclusion or consequence. Q is conclusion or consequence. In a single condition statement, if P then Q, P is called hypothesis or antecedent and Q is conclusion conclusion or consequence. This is the Q is called conclusion or consequence. Like that, you have to remember the statements. And this is a single condition statement. If then Q. And I also in the previous video I given that the truth table for single condition statement. And few more consequences are there. We will see now. In the condition statements, few more consequences for the conditional statements. Few more conditional statements I mean. One is converse statement. Converse statement, that means P tends to Q is a single condition statement. Converse statement is Q tends to P. If P then Q is a regular statement, converse statement is if Q then P, Q tends to P. This is called converse statement. Second one, inverse statement. Inverse statement is negation P tends to negation Q. Negation P tends to negation Q. This statement is called inverse statement. Third one is contrapositive statements. Contrapositive statement. Contrapositive statement means negation Q tends to negation P. These three statements are also called consequences of the conditional statements. Three more conditional statements. First, converse statement. P tends to Q is a regular single conditional statement. I will consider two statements. One is P. The statement P indicates that the number of primes is infinite. The number of prime numbers, number of primes, I mean prime numbers, the number of primes is infinite. Q, Ooty is in Kerala. Ooty is in Kerala. The number of primes is infinite means there are infinite number of prime numbers in number system. It is true. The truth value for this is true. Ooty is in Kerala, is not in Kerala, therefore it is false. The truth value of the first statement is T, the truth value of the second statement is F. Because the number of prime numbers in the number system are infinite, therefore T, this is true. Ooty is in Kerala is false. So using these two statements, I am going to convert these three. First, converse statement. Converse statement is if Q, first one, converse statement. Converse statement, that means Q tends to P. That means if Q then P, that is, the statement is if the number of primes, if the number of primes is infinite, if the number of primes is infinite, then, if then. That is, inverse is Q tends to P. Q tends to P, sorry. If Ooty is in Kerala, then the number of primes is infinite. This is Q tends to P is this. The number of primes is infinite, then Ooty is in Kerala, that is Q tends to P. If P tends to Q, Q tends to P is conversely. That is, if Ooty is in Kerala, then number of primes is infinite. Number of primes is infinite. This is Q test. Q test. If Ooty is in Kerala, then the number of primes is infinite. Next question. What is that? Inverse statement. Next I am going to give inverse statement. What is inverse statement? I will write here. Or otherwise, I will write here. I will write inverse statement. Second one I am going to write inverse statement. Inverse statement is, what is minus negation P tends to negation Q. Negation P tends to TNDS tends to negation Q. Negation P tends to negation Q. That means negation P, the number of primes is not infinite if the number of primes is not infinite. This is negation P. Number of primes is not infinite then Ooty is not in Kerala. Ooty is not in Kerala. That is negation P tends to negation Q. That is inverse statement. Third one is contrapositive statement. Now third one. Inverse statement is negation P. If the number of primes is not infinite, then Ooty is not in Kerala. That is inverse statement of minus negation P tends to negation Q. Third one is contrapositive statement. That is negation Q tends to negation P. That is contrapositive. That means negation Q. If Ooty is not in Kerala, if Ooty is not in Kerala, negation Q, then negation P, then the number of primes, then the number of primes is not infinite. That is negation Q tends to negation. That's all about these three consequence statements. That is, first one converse statement, second one inverse statement, third one contrapositive statement. So these are the three more consequence statements in the case of single condition statements. So we will stop here and we will continue the rest of the topic in the next video. Thank you.